Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Becky and I'm a first-year first grade teacher. So first and foremost, I probably should apologize for my absence. I'm not gonna lie, it has been a roller coaster of a ride for my first year this year. I don't think I've even uploaded any week in my life vlogs. I did film one, and it was I think the first week of October, but then I edited it, was fully ready to upload, and then the week after I filmed that was kind of when the honeymoon phase of all my kids wore off and everything went wrong. So I've just had a really tough time this year. I have a very high energy group of kids, to say the least, and just a lot of behavior things that I've been dealing with, and I just was not up for sharing any of it because I myself was struggling through it and just didn't really want to put any of that out there. So I'm feeling a lot better now. It probably was around Christmas time when it started to get a little bit better, and then since we returned from Christmas, I was kind of gonna hop back on here again, but we've just had an insane craziness since Christmas. I think I've only had one full week of school since returning back from Christmas break. I was sick and had COVID, so I was out the first 2 days we came back, and then was ready to go that Monday, and then we had a short week because we had a PD day that week, and then we had Martin Luther King, and then we had a snow day, and then we had a full week, and then we've just had snow days immersed in and out of there. So this is our first full week, and it's already Tuesday because I didn't film anything yesterday, so sorry about that again. But it is Tuesday, February 8th, and I am ready for all things Valentine's Day. I literally have a stack of a bunch of stuff that I just made, a bunch of copies for fun Valentine's Day things for all the subjects. I also got here early this morning. I ran to Mark's because I do this really fun thing with my kids. I do calendars. I'm just gonna put my hand over their name, and I do it. This is for January. I still have not given them their treat, so I send home a calendar each month. They sign the days that they read. I think it's four times a week for 15 to 20 minutes. They have to read their parents' initial. They bring it back to me on the following month, and then I give them a treat. So my treat this month is fruit roll-ups, and I will just staple it to the corner and send that back home with them. I also got the treat for next month, which is just Teddy Grahams, because I'm always so bad at getting the treat. Like I said, it's the 8th and I still have not given them their treat. But to be fair, we had 2 snow days last week on Thursday and Friday, so it kind of was a little off. But I am just going to organize all my stuff for the week. I have my lovely cart over here, and I'm just gonna kind of figure out a little bit of what I want to do this week. I'm not gonna lie, my lesson planning has not been very good lately because, like I said, our weeks have just been so crazy. So I've just been printing off a bunch of stuff and then just picking from it when I feel like it. But that's kind of how the first year goes in general. But I'm gonna go ahead, I'm going to staple all their treats on for my kids who brought them in, and then organize all my stuff over here before my kids get here. So my kids will be here in just about 10 minutes. I got everything set up for them. So for the morning, I used to do morning work, but we have free lunch and free breakfast. And about half my kids get breakfast, which just did not work with the whole seat work, morning work situation. So I like to do morning choice. So I'll put out coloring sheets. They can draw just with scrap paper, or they can build with something. Today I have pattern blocks. I absolutely love pattern blocks, so I'll just pull something from my recess cart that's like a building thing and put that out. So that seems to be pretty good because either they're eating or they're doing one of those things until we start morning meeting. Like I said at the beginning, I have a super high energy class, so I like to dim the lights. I have like the front and the back. I usually keep the back ones on, and then I like to put something calming on. When it's been snowing, I put like on a snowy thing, but when it's not, I like to just put on fish to kind of like calm them down. So they'll be here in about 10 minutes. I think I'm gonna fill their mailboxes just with some flyers from the morning that I need to put in there and pass back their January calendars, and then they'll be in here and ready to go. Nothing super exciting going on this morning. Oh, I do have, it is Olympics, which I'm not gonna lie, I never really watched the Olympics. Don't hate me for that, but I do have like just an Olympic graphing paper. That's going to be one of their centers. So they usually do read to self as a center, a group with me as a center. They have a seat work and then listen to reading on their computer. So that's kind of what we do for a good bit of the morning. And then I do a read aloud and then bring them together. And we usually have either like a mini lesson or just another writing that I would like them to do. So today it is actually, well, yesterday was the 100th day of school, and I forgot because like I said, we had 2 snow days last week, so it's supposed to be last week. We don't celebrate the 100th day of school. We do 120 because that's our standard, but I am gonna do a 100 day of school paper today with them, even though it's the 101st. It's fine, they'll get over it, but that's just kind of our morning, and then I'll check in with you guys in the afternoon. I'm back. It is the afternoon and we've had a very interesting day today. This morning went by okay. We did have kind of a rough time just with chatting in general, but that's kind of a daily thing. But we did have trouble during our read aloud, which for some reason we always have issues at read aloud. But I am in my planning period right now, so I will be filling out a think sheet. I don't use these very often, really, just if it's like something super crazy that happened, but I am sending one home today for something that happened, but I just really like these because they're quick and easy and just something I can send home with the kids, and they have to return it signed so that their parents can see it too, and then they can think and talk about it. And usually I'll just send the parent an email saying that one is coming home so that they can look out for it. But we did some math this afternoon. We did not get a chance to get to writing. Math took a little bit longer than I thought. I had these like heart clowns for Valentine's Day that were addition and subtraction problems, and I had my kids glue them on paper and they look like this, but they took a little bit longer than anticipated, but they still turned out pretty good. So I'm going to do writing when they come back from special. And then I was just talking with one of my grade level teachers, and I think I'm going to start doing some stuff on the Olympics tomorrow. I know the Olympics opening ceremony was last Friday, but we were not in school on Thursday and Friday, and I just didn't get a chance to get to it yesterday. So I think I'm going to start doing some stuff tomorrow on the Olympics. She gave me some things to happy to do. So I just have a little bit left. I'm going to do the think sheet, maybe make some copies of some things, and be good to go, and then I'll pick up my kids for the rest of the day. And it is finally the end of the day. We made it. It was not too bad today. I am about to head out and go to the gym. I've been trying to be like pretty good about going to the gym after school since I hate waking up early to go. But just this afternoon, what did we do? Oh, we did do writing. We are working on penguins. Sorry, I just ate a fruit roll up. My tongue is a little weird, but we are working on penguins, and we did table of contents today. So tomorrow we'll be ready to go to finish writing about that. And then I introduced them to the Olympics, which we'll be starting tomorrow. So super exciting stuff. And I'm headed out. See you tomorrow. Hello everyone, happy Wednesday. It is now lunchtime, if you can tell. Chaosness going on in here. It actually doesn't look too bad in comparison to normal, but we do have some crazy book bag situations. That happens every single day because that is the only space I have for book bags, which is insane. But we had a pretty good morning today in comparison to usual. My kids have a warm and fuzzy jar, and they have to fill up halfway. If you can see, there's a line right there. If they fill it up halfway, they get a treat, and then if they fill it up all the way, we get like a super special something. So they are one away from getting a treat. Yes, it was at the line, but like some parts it's not full all the way. So I challenged them. I said they had 4 more left, and they got 3, I think, today, or they got 1 yesterday, 2 this morning. So hopefully they can earn another one this afternoon. Their groups went pretty well. Normally it's like super chaotic, and today it was only semi-chaotic, so that was good. Their morning work today was just like a fun beginning blends and then word search, which they all seem to enjoy. So we're off to a really great start today. And we have penguin research we're going to finish this afternoon, and math, they have like a pretest. We're beginning a new unit, so I'm going to try and give the pretest today. I'm curious how that's going to go and see how long it's going to take. But we did start some stuff on the Olympics today. We watched the highlight video for day 1 and day 2, and then I showed them like who had the most medals and where the US was, and that was really fun for them. They absolutely loved it. And I have a coloring sheet somewhere that we're probably going to get to this afternoon. But I'm super excited that we're having a good day so far today, and hopefully it'll continue for the rest of the day. But I'm starving. I'm gonna go to lunch. My kids get to go to outside recess today. They've had indoor like a bunch last week, and then Monday and Tuesday they did. So today, hopefully, they can go out, which would be great because they are super crazy in here when they have indoor recess. So hopefully that means we'll have a really great afternoon. But I will check in with you guys later and let you know how our afternoon went. It is the afternoon, it's my planning period, and I am about to go pick my kids up. I just had a whole meeting for my personal growth plan with my principal, so we just talked. I have about 5 minutes-ish left, but I thought I'd let you know how the afternoon was going. So we did a pre-test for our math unit, and I had my kids like put up these dividers. They brought a book with them. They actually did pretty well, just with like not talking, because we have a very chatty class. But I did find out how horrible their problem solving skills was and how much they don't listen. So that was something I was really working on with them today, and all that. They just have trouble following along and just not paying attention. So I was getting a little frustrated, but we were definitely working on that. We also have our penguin books that we were doing today. I have one right here. And we just have like an all about penguins, and we were working on their table of contents yesterday. So today they're just writing all their information down, and he's obviously not done, but writing it on the paper and sorting through everything. That was a hot mess all in itself. The kids just didn't understand what was going on. I modeled it, so I guess I need to model a little bit more next time. So you know what? It's year 1. You live, you learn, you know what to do better next time. But I was about to like rip my hair out by the end of it. But I have to go pick up my kids. All we have left is I'm just gonna have them clean up. We'll finish this tomorrow because I do not have the mental capacity to finish it today. And I promised my kids we'd do some more Olympic stuff. So I'm probably gonna pull up the highlight video for day 3 probably, and I have a Olympics coloring sheet for them. And then we always do extra recess at the end. Well, not always, almost always. I give them an extra recess when it's nice outside. I'll give them an extra recess outside right after their special. But since it's cold outside, I do not feel like going outside. So I'm just gonna give them some time now, and then we'll pack up early and they'll have some free time. So I'm gonna go pick them up. Hopefully the rest of the afternoon is nice and smooth because it was definitely rocky during math and writing today. But I will talk to you guys later. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. So I don't think that I ended the day yesterday with like a little recap, but the afternoon we just had a little coloring sheet of the Olympics, and I recapped the Olympics for day 3 and day 4. So we are pretty much caught up. They didn't have a highlight video for day 5, and then yesterday was day 6. So we'll probably keep watching some videos today. But my kids did reach the halfway point in their warm and fuzzy jar. So if you can see behind me, we voted on the treat that we wanted. So halfway mark is a treat, and then the full jar is usually something like, we had a blanket for a party. So the kids brought in like a blanket and they put it over their desk, and we had like reading time either with the book or a Chromebook. We had, what was it, bring in like a stuffed animal. We could do like a show and tell, like something like that. I know my friend across the hall, she's in 2nd grade, and she's doing a Disney party with her kids. So I'm thinking I might not let them vote on this next time they fill it up, and I'm just gonna surprise them with a Disney party. I don't know, we'll see. But the treat they chose was sugar cookies. So I'm gonna bring those in probably tomorrow, because tomorrow's Friday. I wanna bring them in before Friday, but I didn't have a chance to get them yesterday. So I'll either get them after school today, or I'll see if I can get it tomorrow morning. But today we have conference night. So it's not like an official conference night. It's just like if you need to meet with people. So I have 2 people that I need to meet with today that I'm kind of a little concerned about. So I already had 1 meeting, and the other couple people that I wanted to meet with didn't respond. So I only have 2 conferences tonight, but I still have to stay here late. So today is like a really late night for me. We'll probably be here till like 7:30 or 8. So yeah, I don't know. I'll get lots of stuff done. Hopefully tonight. I have some books that I want to add to my library that we had a book fair last week. So I'm going to add some of those things. I'm trying to think what else I wanted to do. I don't know. But this morning, I got pretty much everything done for today, which like never happens. But I do want to plan for next week, either during my planning period or after school during like my time that I don't have any conferences. And I wanted to, this morning, we have like book talks this week. So it's my turn to book talk this week. So my kids love Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus. So that's going to be what we book talk. So I need to make up like a little script for 2 of my students who are going to do that on the announcements. So that's pretty much all I have. Respond to some emails and prepare for the craziness that will be today. So I'm going to go get my book talk stuff done, and then I'll check in with you guys later. So it is the afternoon. It is my planning period. I've made it all the way almost to the end of the day. My kids have been okay today. They haven't been too bad. Our morning went okay, not as great as yesterday. I felt like my kids like were really, really quiet yesterday. Today, not as much. My groups went really well though, and my read aloud went really well. I had some problems in my read aloud this week, but today they really, really liked the book. Our like new theme of books right now is journeys, and this one I think was called like Down by the Road, and it was all about like a girl who gets to go like walk to the store for her first time and has to make sure she doesn't break any of the eggs. And the kids were like dying to see if she was gonna break the eggs. They were also like super surprised that kids used to be able to walk to school, so that was kind of walk to the store. That was some good discussions with them, just like how times have changed and how different things are. So that was really fun, and had a lot of really good discussions that I feel like we don't have that often. So the morning was good. Afternoon, we did filling in to 120 in math. That was something that some of my kids really, really lacked in our pre-test yesterday, on just like how to write some of the numbers, and especially once you get past 100. So I worked on that with them in math today, and then we just did like 2 story problems. We did a bunch earlier in the year. This is kind of, like I said, the review unit in math. So I was reviewing number sentences with them. A lot of them forgot what that was. So math went pretty well. They were like absolutely silent when they were filling in their 120s chart, which is very rare. That never happens. So I gave them warm and fuzzy for that. Writing, we're still finishing up our All About books. And today I like really had to prepare myself for that. I created a whole checklist with them. I like ran through the expectations. I went through the checklist, had them repeat the checklist back, repeated it again. I've like really, really been on them this week. I've just noticed how horrible their like problem solving skills are and listening skills with stuff. So I'm tired of having to repeat myself 20 times and then having the kids still be like, what are we doing? So that's been something I've really, really been working on, especially this week. And hopefully we'll keep working on that. It's slowly getting a little better. So writing was definitely better today. I was kind of ran over a little bit with math today. So I'm going to have them finish writing when we come back. But I have a little bit left in my planning period, about halfway done. I want to write a to-do list for tonight. Like I said, I have conferences tonight, so I'm going to be here late. But I also really want to run up to my mentor teacher, her classroom, just check in. I haven't checked in with her in a while, just to see kind of where she's at with like math and writing, and talk with her about conferences tonight. I know she has a few, but I don't know what time they are. I wanted to ask her about a couple of my conferences tonight. So I'm gonna run up there and then probably do my to-do list, and by that time, once I'm done, it'll probably be time to pick up the kids. But like I said, I have a lot of extra downtime and stuff tonight to work on some things, so I'm not concerned. But I'll see you guys after school. I'm back. It is about 5 o'clock-ish. I just had my first conference, and thankfully I only have one more. I had 2 today. Like I said, it was just for kids that I was kind of concerned about or wanted to check in with their parents. So my other one's at 6. I have about an hour until their parents come. But days like this is almost the worst because I'm like, just like sitting here looking around like, what could I be doing? Because I have so much stuff that needs to be done. That's the hard thing about teaching. Work is never done, ever. But I kind of tried to focus my attention, and I made a list earlier. So I think I want to start with lesson planning. I kind of have, we only have 1 day left this week, but I made a bunch of copies for stuff, but I kind of want to sort it out for next week to get out of the game. I've just been so bad at taking everything day by day and not like doing a complete week. So I think I'm gonna lesson plan, take a look at some of the copies, make some additional copies of things that I need to do, and then prepare a little bit for my conference. And then after my conference, I would love to grade some things. I have our pre-test for math test I still haven't graded, file some of those. I have some library books that I need to put away. So I'm hoping I'm actually productive and I actually get things done. We will see if that's actually true. But I think I'm going to start with lesson planning and see where that takes me. But before a lesson plan, I thought I would flip the camera around and kind of show you my organization of stuff for the weeks. I told you that I have a cart, but I kind of want to show you a little bit more what I do with it. So I have my lovely cart over here, obviously labeled Monday all the way to Friday. So what I like to do is I will take all of my copies out, and these are just like the extra copies from earlier in the week. I will take one copy and I will stick it in this file folder for the week. So I'll do it for Monday all the way through Friday. And then I take this file folder and I will put it over here. Sorry, I'm covering up like my student names, but I will take it and I will put it in here. And if you see, it has like week 1 all the way through week 12. These are also my other weeks too, but I kind of forgot to start labeling them. They got a little messed up, but next year I'll be able to just pull from whatever week, and then I'll have all my lesson plans for the most part, unless I want to change some things up, but at least have an idea of what I did the year before. So that's kind of what I've been doing since I feel like it's so hard to lesson plan this year. I'm hoping next year will be better. But hopefully that made at least a little bit of sense. But I've just been having so much trouble coming up with some things to do this year that I really am hoping that next year it'll be a lot easier. So I'm just keeping all of my stuff from each week, putting in there, labeling it so that I can just take it out next year whenever I need to. So again, hopefully that made some sense and will hopefully help you out. But that's just what I do. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go through that, and then I'm going to lesson plan for next week. is Friday. Unfortunately, the last couple clips were like all I did. If I'm being honest, I was so tired. I was so burnt out. I had zero motivation to do anything. So after my last conference, it ended up being an hour conference. So it started at 6 and we didn't end until like 7. So that was kind of but it was a good conference. They both went really well. I did do planning for the most part for next week. Not as much for math and writing, but for like morning work and centers and all that stuff, I got pretty much everything and decided what read aloud books I wanted to do. So I just went and I like made a bunch of copies. I really wanted to do this last night and I just was too tired to. So I got here a little early, made all my copies. I also was going to do a Valentine's Day craft today in writing because we've been like doing all about penguins. But then I found out, I like realized that my mentor teacher had this like fun little like penguin craft and they could put facts. So I think I'm gonna do that today just to kind of like end our little unit on penguins. So I'm gonna do that today. I got all the paper. They're gonna have to trace some stuff and I haven't had them trace things, so I'm kind of curious how that's gonna go. But I have all my copies. I'm gonna put them away. I also wanted to put some new books in my library that I got from our Scholastic Book Fair, and I didn't do that last night. So I took it home and I ended up just like labeling the books at home and putting them into my computer. I don't know if you saw any of like my earlier videos, but this summer I came in and my library was a disaster. The teacher I took over for was here for 36 years and had 36 years worth of accumulated books that were not sorted through. So that was a hot mess. It literally took me an entire week just to go through the library and sort through it and label everything. So I am like crazy about my library and the organization. So I have like all my Willem's books and they're all a certain color. I have like movie characters, so I put my Pokemon books in there, even though I guess Pokemon isn't like a movie, but I still put it in there. There was an old lady. My kids, I found this at our last book fair. They absolutely love taco and pizza. I didn't have any like Martin Luther King books really, and we celebrate that here in first grade. So I added that, and then Snow Palace, this actually had penguins in it and polar bears we did in our last unit. So I'm gonna add that, but I need to add these to the library since they're all labeled and inputted in my like library log. I guess like a really long time ago, they had one of the classrooms caught on fire. I'm in like a super old building. It's like over 80 years old. And so I'm like super paranoid that it's gonna happen in my classroom. So I like literally have copies or have it written down, all the books that I have. So I did that last night. And I have some papers that I need to file. So I have a little bit of time. I think I should have enough time to finish all that. We will see. I'm gonna start putting this away, then put the books away, and then file. And hopefully it'll be good. And my kids will be here by the time I'm done with all of that stuff. But yeah, I will see you guys when I see you. Hello, it is my planning period convened. It is almost the end of the day. So this morning was pretty much like a train wreck. I tried to do like an alphabetical order paper with my kids today, and they've done ABC order before. I did a whole like run through of it, explained all the directions twice, and then when it was time for them to do their seat work, they just kept coming up to me while I was doing groups. They just like could not figure it out. So I only did a few groups today, really like sat down and taught them alphabetical order. I don't know. I don't know what was going on this morning, but not good. but we made it to the afternoon. The afternoon was pretty good. I'm super excited. We did like these little penguin crafts and they turned out so cute. They of course took forever and we didn't really get to math. We just did our craft, but I have to flip the camera around and show you some of these because I love how they turned out. So these are like all the penguins and they look absolutely adorable. I love like how creative some of them got. I was a little nervous because this time I had them actually like cut out. I don't know if I can find my paper. It's like all the way across the room, but I had my kids cut out these right here and then they had to trace them. So I was like a little nervous how this was gonna go, but I don't know what you think, but I think that they turned out so cute. Like, look at these. And they're all just so different and unique. I love how like some decorated theirs. There's one, I don't know, look at the swirly eyes. There's one who had like this one's like one of my favorites. She has like the cutest little eyes. So I just love how they turned out and the kids really enjoyed it. So I would say that's a win for today. I also forgot to mention that we had a mystery reader this morning. So every Friday, or almost every Friday, I have a mystery reader come in and I sent it like at the beginning of the year. I had all the dates listed out for families if they wanted to come in, and I had everyone come in and no one for like the second half of the year. So I opened it back up. I had one of my girls' grandmas came in today and she brought in ring pops, which got a little crazy in here, but thankfully her book that she read was short and then they had like 20 minutes to eat their ring pops, so that kind of helped. But I got a ring pop myself that I'll probably eat after school, so that also added to like the craziness of the morning. But this afternoon they get the treat from me for their cookies, so I'll probably do that right when they come back from special, and I'll probably give them their extra recess today. I've kind of been not giving them their extra recess because we haven't been getting our work done, but today we did. So I'll give them their cookies, probably recap the Olympics for day 6, and then give them extra recess. And I think that's it for my planning period today. I really want to start my newsletter. I do, so I'm looking for my paper. I do Friday newsletters. So I think I'm gonna do that right now. And then I don't know. I have class dojo. So every Friday I do class dojo and we have a dojo leader. So I really want to take a tally and see how many times people have been class dojo leaders, because I want to make sure everyone has a chance. I know everyone has gotten it once, but I want to make sure that I don't have like a bunch of kids who have gotten it several times and then some that only have it once. So I'm going to go through and tally that up. So I think that's like my 2 to-dos during my planning period. And then I'll get them and it'll be the end of the day. But it's Friday, we almost made it. I only have like an hour left and hopefully I can finish off strong. And just like that, it is the end of the day. We had a pretty good rest of the afternoon. My planning period, I started the newsletter and then my mentor teacher actually came in. I really wanted to meet with her today to just go over, we've been kind of slacking on like our monthly meeting stuff that we have to do for her being my mentor. We have to like take some notes every month and we kind of were slacking. So I wanted to meet with her, but she had a meeting and it got done early. So she came in and we filled that all out and I started my newsletter. And then my kids came in, we did some poetry. I forgot I wanted to do poetry with them. So we did poetry really quick. I passed out my cookies for them and then they got some extra recess. And then we did dojo leaders and all of that stuff. So it was a pretty quick and easy rest of the day. The kids are gone and this is like our first full week in a while and I am feeling it. I just feel like my patience has run so thin. And especially this week, I feel like I was really paying attention to my kids and how many times I was repeating myself and just them not following directions, and it was just a lot. So I feel like I was really on them this week and it really showed. But my kids were also, I don't remember if I talked about this yesterday, they go to the bathroom so much. Like I have kids who I think don't even realize how much they go to the bathroom. So I started to tally how many times they went today just so like to see really how many, and I told them that I was, and it was crazy to see the difference of how many times they asked to go to the bathroom now that they knew I was keeping track. So I think that's something that I'm gonna do now. Just like I put like a sticky note on the back of my lanyard, I had the kid's name and just like tallied. I told them that they could go 4 times a day, which I feel like is plenty, like 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. I literally had some, I swear we're going 6 times a day. And so it was just funny how they knew I was keeping count, and today it was not as bad. But all in all, I feel like we had a pretty good week. Like I said at the beginning, I have a pretty rough class, but I feel like I'm finally just like getting used to it. It took kind of a while, but I'm feeling pretty good. Also, I don't know if I talked about this, but I love the sweatshirt. I made this with my Cricut, and I actually made some for my whole team, and we wore them today and everyone loved it. So I was just super excited with how it turned out. So yeah, that was kind of how the day went. I just hung up their penguin projects in the hallway, and they look so good. I took down their old ones. They just had like some polar bears that I took down from our last little like unit. So yeah, next week is Valentine's Day, and our Valentine's Day party is on Monday, which is going to be, yeah, I feel like that's not setting us up for a good week, but it is what it is. And yeah, we had a pretty good week, I feel like, but I am ready to go home. I have some friends coming over tonight to do like a Galentine's Day teacher t-shirt making. We're all teachers, so I need to go to the store and prepare for that. But other than that, that is it. I am headed out. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm so sorry for my absence here. I am going to try and be a lot better again now that I'm like feeling mentally a lot better. I feel like I'll be a lot better. So that is it for this weekly vlog. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Leave a comment down below if you did. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good weekend. Bye.